Otherwise, there is nothing you are going to do that will go anywhere. You are a professor, I'm a professor, and you know how they think. Are we together here? Yes. So if you have issues, discuss them in the back room. In the back room, alone with them. Mkitoka nje mnaongea, you speak the same language. There are rules which are made by man. Those rules can be changed if your strategy is to ensure that University of Nairobi has to be the gold standard in East Africa. It didn't happen automatically, and I thank you for recognizing that. I did maybe 5% earlier. But I want to say this. It was about 10 years ago now, when in a ceremony like this, and Dr. Wondo will remember, that I promised the then Chancellor, Dr. Joseph Baraga Wanjuri, because now we were working in tandem. Originally, I was a man of letters, I was a man of business, and we were not understanding each other. But when we started working together, having known the importance of the industry in running of a university, I promised him, because Makerere was a nuisance to us, complete nuisance. And we said, no, we must beat Makerere. We started from that trajectory. And Makerere used to be about number 14, 15 there. But the following year, I told him, before I retire as Vice Chancellor, the University of Nairobi must be among the first 10 among the 1,500 universities in Africa. And it required the work of every academic staff member and every non-academic staff member working in tandem. And the secret to that success was that everybody's opinion was important, including the ones who will tell you you can go to hell. Even that one is important. You don't discountenance, because you know as well that I had a principal in my management at the top who always told me to go to hell. It did not stop us from going where we are going. So my advice to you as a friend and a leader, it is not a faint-hearted person that can run the university at this time. There are many advisors who will come to you with conceited ideas. You have to know how to filter them, because before you advise somebody, you must have the knowledge to advise. If you don't know, how then do you advise? If you don't know and you have not been there. That's what I learned. 90% of my advisors were advising for their stomachs. But our fidelity to this university requires that you first of all identify and safeguard. And I'll use the idea. I hope she doesn't get offended. Professor Patricia Kameni-Bote, who, for whatever reason, we had discordance, and she went to Strathmore College. She went to Strathmore University. Can somebody guess how many years it took me to personally persuade her to come back? Because I was basically running the law school myself as the Vice Chancellor, because the law school was difficult, and if there are lawyers here, they can remember that. So after so many lunches and a lot of jilting, eventually Professor decided to come back. Now, Professor Kiama, if you go to the law school, you will find that at that time there were maybe PhDs which are not even 5. Now I think they must be over 40. That's what you must do. I don't have to like you. You don't have to like anybody. You measure them with what they can give you. And my second point, which you don't have to take, is this. Personally, it took me 22 years of teaching to become a professor. And if I add another 20 now, you can guess my age, but if I'm giving a class on cancer of the prostate, for example, I use 14 publications which I have given as an example to the students who are new. So you can never compare me with the neophytes, even if they are computer experts. This is what you must understand. And to buttress this point, and I hope, Madam Chancellor, you are listening, because you are the head of the university, I went, His Excellency the President took me for a training in Harvard University as soon as I became a minister. And then I found we were 40 ministers from Africa, Caribbean, and Asia. Ministers of Education and Health. The most hardworking professor there, we used to start at 6 o'clock and come back at 8:30 at night. So we had breakfast there, lunch and dinner there. And you come back with homework which you hand over in the morning. The reason I'm using this example, if you like, you can take it. If you don't like, with all due humility, you'll be shooting yourself in the foot. Was somebody who was 87 years. He was a top grade advisor to Tony Blair. And I remember the guy used to give us homework at 8:30 when we were going. We bring the homework in the morning. We are 40. He will write 2-3 pages on each of them. And he will give you the answers. In this university, there are professors like that. If you look around, you will see them. They are not young. Some of them, people will tell you, no, so. This one now has reached 72. He's not helpful. If you care to check, Madam Chancellor, you will find that that professor is doing 3 or 4 times the work of the younger one. So for the university to remain a gold standard, look for oil and oil all these professors. Otherwise they will fly. And since you only have 10 years to be VC, you have no time to produce others. Are we together here? But you don't have to take my advice, except that, why do I qualify to advise you in public? I visited over 250 universities. Everywhere in the world. And I can tell you that when Joe Wajui had also forced me more or less to go to Stanford, some of my teachers were over 87 years. So I think a professor should be judged by the output of his work, not just research work. We don't have trainers. That's what I have in the country now. We don't have trainers. Don't allow the trainers to go away. Who is going to train the new stars that you are looking for? You tell me. And since we are the gold standard, we already have them. So what we might do is to tell them to go. Others are looking for them. And we'll take them with a good bosom. This is a challenge to the council chair, chancellor, and vice chancellor, and also the university community. In the Senate, Professor Kiama, you used to be there when I was there. Was I ever arrogant there? Inside the Senate? I couldn't afford to be arrogant inside the Senate, because I needed to carry the professors and the senators with me. Yes. So, having said so, as I address the other universities now, University of Nairobi is the gold standard, but for the other universities to look like the University of Nairobi, they must have certain criteria that are fixed, that are transformative, because you now have professors in certain universities, Professor Kiama. When you challenge them in their area of interest, they have nothing to say. So we are running the risk of professors, people saying they are professors of something, and now you can actually gauge. Chair of Council, there are professors who may have printed 100 papers, and none of them has been quoted by anybody. So those are not professors. But we have professors. We have them. Review them. The ones who are already old and stale, who cannot use their brain, allow them to go. The productive ones, age is just but a number. Because me, I'm running like a turbocharged machine. When I am relieved of my job, my first call is going to be here. If you don't want me, just open your eyes and watch. It is true, because you are not going to shut me down. I still have another 10 years. Are you going to say, oh, I should go and start looking after the cows in Kisumu? So that is with a tongue in the cheek, but it is from a family that is telling you the truth. So, dear, otherwise, I want to agree with you that you are on the right trajectory. You will attract excellent students because of the faculty. If you look at the School of Medicine, most of the students you get from the private sector refuse to go where the government is going to pay fees for them. They want to do medicine, and they want to do medicine in your School of Medicine, and they pay for it. You need that money very badly, more than I needed it at that time. So as your advisors, crack this whip and don't be afraid to write science. The only thing is, don't start with the chicken. Because once you have killed the chicken, the eggs will be eaten and there's nothing else. You don't have other chicken. And I'm not targeting the non-academic stuff, but you can write science. You can write science and carry everybody with you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very glad indeed to accept to have been invited here today, and I take it as a great honor because I have given 32 years of my life, I think the prime part of my life, to this university, and I've always been an ambassador of the university. You can see this even now I'm going to meet His Excellency the President in a short while. I'm not wearing the national, I'm wearing this as an ambassador. He keeps asking, what is that? I said, this is the University of Nairobi. He said, but you're not there now, you are here. But I'm very proud to be associated with this university. And it's just a slight pity that you are number 3, but I understand. Because the colleges graduating now are science-based, and we shut you down. So Professor Girangu Kioni was ahead of you kidogo, and the so-called Egerton University. But still, you are there. I want us to give a moment's silence to the 5 staff that I remember, including the son of our own Jumba. Can we be upstanding in remembrance of those 5 and everybody else that we have lost due to COVID? And may God, in His grace and mercy, grant their souls perfect peace. Thank you very much. I strongly believe that you ask, why am I talking with my mask? Maybe you as a vet, you know. When you remove your mask, and I would advise you to talk through your mask. Because if we agree that this virus is in the air, and I've seen some very careless ones like that one. They're extremely careless. She's going to infect this other one. I talk through my mask because the air around me may not be as good as I want it to be, and you know what would happen. So let it not be a fashion that you remove your mask. Wait for us to tell you. I have also noticed, Vice Chancellor, that you have made your own masks, which is congratulations to you. I will want you to supply me with some which I will pay for. It's not corruption. I think the second point I want to say is that we are going now into the new normal. The new normal in that using this mode of activity is here to stay. So I would want the Council to invest a little bit more on the ICT facilities. You have a very huge ICT center, which is well staffed. You can invest more there. But one other point I want to make, while I encourage you to go virtual and in almost all the things that you are doing, it doesn't mean that the old systems are not good. they shall always remain good. I look at myself as a transplant surgeon, and even though we now do keyhole operations through holes, but you can't take a whole kidney back into the body through a hole if you want it to make urine. You still have to cut open and place the kidney where you want to place it. So this condemnation of old systems, 100%, is also in place. History is good. Let us know what used to happen. And depending on your specialty, you may find that you can have a good mixture and you have a hybrid system that will work for us. In terms of specialization, Madam Chancellor, this is perhaps the only university that is blessed with excellent faculty. I remember, if I may be tribalistic, Professor Omwanzala and the AIDS vaccine and the University of Cambridge. That's almost 20 years ago. Now we are going into the COVID era. You still have the likes of Andala. I don't think he has reached retirement age, but make sure you tie a rope on his leg so that he's not snatched from you. And there are many others like that. There's this notion that once you reach the retirement age was set by human beings. In fact, it was set by you people. I remember there's a professor that we held a review for. I don't know if it was philosophy or, but I don't want to mention his name. It was obvious he was not with it. So perhaps you can keep a system where if somebody has reached retirement age and you don't think he's productive enough, then you set a panel to review him. But perhaps the most important thing, Professor, is to ensure that the young ones are working. And there I support you. You must be paid for work done. Are we together here? Because you may find that you are killing the chickens, but the smaller chickens, instead of working, hakuna kitu. Is Dr. Misati Nyandemo still in the university? Misati Nyandemo was the Secretary General of WASU. And we had many battles with him in the back room, not in the front. Where he was telling me, no, his staff are overworked. So I told him, okay, fine. You as Nyandemo, how many hours have you worked this week? Let us go slowly, but by that time I already know. So I say, no, if we agree, these are the terms of service, and you provide your service according to the laws of the University of Kenya, then Bonavisi, you really have to be firm, but I advise that you start with the back room again so that you avoid a rebellion from the people who should support you. And I'm also asking the faculty to support the Vice Chancellor because, there's only, he's the Vice Chancellor now, there's no other one. And if you don't want to support him, why don't you go to another university? Isn't it? As you prepare for the return to normalcy, Vice Chancellor, remember that His Excellency the President, who has just 2 years to go, has to deliver the Big Four agenda and move towards Vision 2030. And that you, as Stephen Gittai Kiama, you have a role to play in terms of delivery, together with the Chancellor and the Council and the Chair of Council. The universal health care. You are the producer of the doctors. So look at the College of Health Sciences with a little bit more attention. And I hope that the college, through the principal, I don't know whether he's here, should ensure that there is industrial peace there. We usually produce between 300 and 400 doctors. The President wants those doctors yesterday. So if there are issues, and I want to start these two ladies, they are the only two ladies who work together very closely. Most of the times we have two ladies, they fight. These ones work together very closely. So, return to the normal, the difficult journey ahead will require the understanding and cooperation of everyone. I would like all the university stakeholders to engage the Vice Chancellor, not in the newspapers, but preferably in the back room. And when you come out, the university must have positive. Let us have some, for the first time in a long while, let us have continuous positive media with us, isn't it? As I conclude my remarks, I would like to congratulate the university as it marks its 50 years of existence this year. The university has established itself as an academic giant in the region. But, Madam Chancellor, giant in the region. The region is not good enough. Let us now go and play in the international league. And in Kenya today, this is the only university that is poised to get into that level. I therefore wish you the wisdom of Solomon. Don't compare yourselves with the Makeres of this world now. Compare yourselves with Cape Town right now and start looking at, are we going to be the first in Africa before you leave? Shall we be the first two? If that's a good target. You got to put a target and then you work towards the target. And then smell around and see how people do. Finally, Dr. Awundo, the Alumni Association. I listened to you, my friend, I listened to you very keenly. Your strategy has to change. At Stanford, there was $100 billion, about $100 billion endowment fund. Kenyans are now rich, including my good friend, Isaac, including my most humble self. Why have we not created a serious endowment fund for the University of Nairobi alumni? Why? It is something that you put on the table, because most of our rich people are dying and leaving the money for the family to fight off. So even giving 5 to 10% of what you have to the alumni and dictating how it is spent. Right now we will be saying we have 500 million endowment fund. We can cater for all the children. And if the VC is in ICU, we can also give him just some breathing oxygen. So that is the challenge I'm giving to Isaac, and I think if he takes it out, we are up and about to support it. And being wealthy doesn't mean you have a lot of money. It's the ability and willingness to give. That's it. So if I'm still minister next year, let us see where we shall have reached. Yeah, starting even, and you know, you have a philosophy here. I don't know why she doesn't want. Maybe you look like it's a conflict of interest, but it can be driven. Let us remember you by driving that, so at least by the time you are leaving, why can't we have $1 billion? No, the story is still the same. As you know, I'm the one who started this. Let's break that to the knee, and you will find there are few people who might say, well, I went to the University of Nairobi, I'm putting here 50 million. All I want is to ensure that I wonder will tell you what a trust is. You only use what comes as a profit. The principle remains there. So if it is on, then he did not say so. Otherwise, to the graduates and the parents, I want to wish you all the very best. I hope you have been unskilled to be able to go out there. Don't go out there to look for jobs. Go out there to create jobs. Our brains can work beyond what we give them. So if your target is to look for a job, you have already shut down your brain. If you are, we went to a Juakali shed with His Excellency the President the other day, and the man who was in the Juakali sector was a master's graduate. I think you saw him on television. And he was able to think outside. In fact, he destroyed the box. So that's what I'm asking the students to do. I wish you all the very best, and we continue to work together. And I would want to ask for permission, Madam Chancellor, and but if you allow me, I want to run to where, if I don't go on time, I will not enter. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Cabinet Secretary for Education, Professor George Magoha. It's now my pleasure to invite the Chancellor, the Chair of Council, to invite the Chancellor so that we move to the next program.
To the 63rd University of Nairobi graduation congregation, it's my privilege now to introduce the Chancellor, Dr. Vijay Ratans, to address us and thereafter confer the degrees and certificates to graduates.
Our Cabinet Secretary, well, he's gone, but I'm sure he can hear me. He's still around. Your Excellencies, the Ambassadors and High Commissioners, Chair of Council, Professor Julia Ojiambo, Council members present, Vice Chancellor, Professor Stephen Kiama, Mr. Isaac Awondo, the Chair of the Alumni Association, university staff, parents and guardians, the media, distinguished guests from across the globe, our graduates. All protocols observed, if I've missed anybody out. Greetings and a very warm welcome to the University of Nairobi 63rd graduation ceremony. At the very onset, allow me to extend a heartfelt appreciation to you all for sparing your time and joining us on this auspicious occasion where we celebrate the achievements of our 63rd graduation cohort. This graduation is a historical moment for our university and will be recounted in the annals of history as the first virtual graduation ceremony of the University of Nairobi. Allow me, therefore, to congratulate you all on being part of this historic day that may yet be a watershed moment in the conduct of our graduation business. Over the last few years, our university has grappled with many changes. Since 2014, for example, we have twice witnessed a change of guard in the Vice Chancellor's position. Over the same period, a couple of Deputy Vice Chancellors have retired, and a new crop of valiant soldiers succeeded them. With every change, the university has been bruised and scathed. Indeed, there have been many a Shakespearean moment when it's had to take the current when it served its ventures and ridden safely to shore. Thankfully, for all the hardships and beatings endured, the university, like an anvil, still stands. She continues to be the embodiment of the enduring spirit of sacrifice and dedication. Qualities definitely ingrained in the university anthem. Religions of the world instruct that there is time and chance for everything. Chapter 3 of Ecclesiastes, for example, records that there is a time and a season for every activity under the sun. A time to tear down and a time to build. A time to scatter stones and a time to gather them. A time to keep and a time to throw away. A time to be silent and a time to speak. A time for war and a time for peace. Appreciating the indisputable wisdom of the Ecclesiastes passage, we reach the informed conclusion that the only constant in life is change. In providing for elections, democracies around recognize the inevitability of change. Similarly, in retirement of top generals, succession injects a new breath of life to the windmills of change. In mortal terms, when you stop changing, you cease to exist. In recent times, COVID-19 pandemic has become the single greatest agent of change. It has changed the way we work and how we socialize, how we celebrate life and loss of it, how we worship, how we travel, how we live, and of most relevance to us today, how we deliver our teaching and training mission. Our virtual graduation is testament to the power of adversity to impact our daily operations and existence. As a university, we must stay the course of recalibration and meaningful change, not as an option, but as a necessity for survival. I therefore call on all staff of our university to support our leadership so that we may reap the benefits of a more responsive, efficient, and effective university system. I recognize that change is not an easy thing for human beings to embrace. Indeed, when the winds of change blow, some will build walls, but many more will build windmills to ride it. Let us be careful that our resistance to change does not lend us to trading short-term gains for long-term pain. In the words of Bill Clinton, the price of doing the same old thing is far higher than the price of change. The largest constituent that this university serves is our student community. Regrettably, one of the complaints I hear once too often from parents, guardians, and students is that far too many of our students who are eligible to graduate are failing to do so in good time for want of judicious and efficacious supervision. Complaints of unavailable supervisors who are either abroad or missing altogether are far too many. Complaints of inaccurate, dishonest, incomplete, or time-barred feedback from the office holders that support the students to graduate on time are many. And so are those of calls going unanswered. Graduate-ready students are therefore missing countless time-sensitive opportunities here and abroad. Those who have suffered this will conquer. It is a very painful thing. Let us be bold enough to own up to our mistakes, correct them for good, and improve our transition rates. I know Professor Magoa, our CS, has left, but I sincerely want to thank him for attending our graduation ceremony today and giving us his time. I want to also thank him for always holding our hands here at the university when we need him. It means a lot to us. I want to thank and appreciate our council under the able leadership of Professor Julia Ojiambo. As your Chancellor, I'm very proud of you. Many will not know that your performance as a governing body was assessed as excellent during the recent board evaluation by the State Corporations Advisory Committee and officially presented to Council yesterday. Well done. As a matter of fact, the Council scored 97% in the said evaluation, and all Council members individually scored about 90%. I think they need a real applause. That our university stands on a solid governance bedrock is therefore not in doubt. For this reason, I want to congratulate you and confirm that I have every confidence and unwavering faith in you. I'm also grateful that you have continued to carry and steer the mantle for change with great dexterity. As the Chair of Council noted, there's a congruence of purpose between the recommendations of the visitation panel, the wisdom of the Council's strategic plan, the prescriptions of the university strategic plan, and the vision of the Vice-Chancellor. Despite this, I must warn the Council and the Vice-Chancellor that change is often a very lonesome path. Nonetheless, be armored with the belt of truth buckled around your waist, with the breastplate of righteousness in place, and the gospel of peace. And verily I say to thee, your voyage shall not be in vain. Stay strong, so that when winter comes round and asks what you were doing all summer, you will have an impeccable account to render. I also want to thank and congratulate our graduates of the day. We hope that we have molded you into wholesome men and women, rich in character, grit, stamina, resilience, and mental presence to withstand whatever curveballs life throws at you. Amidst the anxiety that has gripped the world and the economic vagaries that the COVID-19 pandemic has visited on the economies of nations, you have given us a reason to celebrate. You have fought the good fight worthy of today's celebration. I think they deserve an applause too, wherever they are. Undoubtedly, over the past 9 months, the world's labor market has changed in ways we couldn't fathom at the turn of the year. History is replete with stories of success, despite the great economic depressions, success despite health pandemics, success despite wars and the energy crisis of the 70s. In the rapidly changing world that we live on, the wind of opportunities attending each change of tide blows in many directions, including yours. To borrow the words of William Arthur Ward, adversity causes some men to break, others to break records. I pray that you will not only adapt to cope, but adapt to win, and in so doing, be counted amongst the record breakers. To our staff, who have remained faithful to our great mission by providing the quality of university education and training and embodying the aspirations of the Kenyan people and the global community, I wish to thank you most sincerely. I know many of you are contributing in ingenious ways towards supporting our virtual learning systems, processes, and platforms. I am grateful that even though you have encountered challenges along the way, you have kept up your unfailing commitment, dedication, and enthusiasm to the collective cause that we pursue. I am sure as the system's hiccups are being addressed, efforts towards improving your work environment will bear fruit, and future generations of our scholars will receive nothing short of the best service. Once again, thank you very, very much. Finally, I take this opportunity to thank our donors, sponsors, and benefactors, starting with the government of Kenya. Thank you for walking this dream with us, the dream of delivering a better educated citizen so that we can all build a better world, a world defined by the human ideals of truth and goodness. As we partake in today's graduation ceremony, I am aware that we have lost some of our staff to the vagaries of the COVID-19 pandemic and other conditions. I wish to take this moment to commiserate and condole with their families and invite us all to observe a moment of silence in their honor. Could we please all stand? Thank you. Thank you. May we continue to observe the health guidelines and protocols as issued by the government from time to time, maintaining personal hygiene by washing our hands regularly with soap and water, keeping social distance, and observing coughing etiquette. May the Almighty bless you all most abundantly. Asanteni sana.
Madam Chancellor, I now call upon the deans of faculties and schools, directors of schools, institutes, and centers to present their candidates for the conferment of Doctor of Philosophy degrees of the University of Nairobi in the following order: College of Agriculture and Veterinary Science, Dean, Faculty of Agriculture, Dean, Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, Director, Wangari Maathai Institute for Peace and Environmental Studies. College of Architecture and Engineering, Director, the School of Art and Design, Director, School of Built Environment, Dean, School of Engineering. In the College of Biological and Physical Sciences, Director, Institute for Climate Change and Adaptation, Director, School of Biological Sciences, Director, School of Computing and Informatics, Dean, School of Physical Sciences, Director, Center for Biotechnology and Bioinformatics. College of Education and External Studies, Dean, School of Education. The Open and Distance Learning, Director, School of Open and Distance Learning. In the College of Health Sciences, Dean, School of Medicine, Director, School of Nursing Sciences. And finally, from the College of Humanities and Social Sciences, Dean, Faculty of Arts, Dean, School of Business, Dean, School of Law, Director, Africa Women Studies Center, and Director, Population Studies and Research Institute.
And the Senate for the award of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy of the University of Nairobi. May the following candidates for the award of Phileas Doctor of Philosophy of the University of Nairobi please arise. Doctor of Philosophy degree in Applied Human Nutrition, Mutike Caroline Wakute. Doctor of Philosophy, degree in Crop Protection, Jeru Nancy Kalimi. Doctor of Philosophy in Dry and Resource Management, Hamed Mohamed Musa. Doctor of Philosophy, degree in Food Science and Technology, Ogumo Eric Otieno. Doctor of Philosophy in Agricultural Resource Management, Muniaro Susi. Doctor of Philosophy, degree in Range Management, Arasio Lavail Lotila. Doctor of Philosophy in Food Safety and Quality, Ngweti Joseph Onole. Please be seated.
Madam Chancellor, in the 2019-2020 academic year, the following candidates, whom I have the honor to present to you, satisfy the Board of Examiners and Senate for the award of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy of the University of Nairobi. May the following candidates for the award of the Doctor of Philosophy degree of the University of Nairobi please arise. Doctor of Philosophy degree in Animal Genetics and Breeding, Kaka Rashid Mohammed. Please be seated.
Madam Chancellor, in the 2019-2020 academic year, the following candidates, whom I have the honor to present to you, satisfy the Board of Examiners and Senate for the award of the degree, of Doctor of Philosophy of the University of Nairobi. May the following candidates please arise. Mwaneki Bernadette Wanjiru.
Madam Chancellor, in the 2019-2020 academic year, the following candidates, whom I have the honor to present to you, satisfied the Board of Examiners and Senate for the award of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy of the University of Nairobi. Doctor of Philosophy in Design, Betty Mwiti.
Madam Chancellor, in the 2019-2020 academic year, the following two candidates, whom I have the honor to present to you, satisfy the Board of Examiners and Senate for the award of degree of Doctor of Philosophy of the University of Nairobi. Doctor of Philosophy. Doctor of Philosophy degree in Urban Management, Ngiti Daniel Mutegi. Doctor of Philosophy degree in Planning, Maimba Margaret Wajugu. You may be seated.
So, Madam Chancellor, in the 2019-2020 academic year, the following candidates who I have the honor to present to you satisfy the Board of Examiners and Senate for the award of the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy of the University of Nairobi. Doctor of Philosophy in Geographical Information Systems, Bario Sabina Nyoroka, Odene Nixon Onyango. Doctor of Philosophy in Environmental and Biosystems Engineering, Mutuli Gibson Peter Shionzo. Doctor of Philosophy in Electrical and Electronic Engineering, Kirago Henry Macharia.
Madam Chancellor, in the 2019-2020 academic year, the following one candidate, whom I have the honor to present to you, satisfied the Board of Examiners and Senate for the award of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy of the University of Nairobi. May the following candidate for the award of Doctor of Philosophy of the University of Nairobi in Climate Change and Adaptation please arise. Mwenda Penina. Please be seated.
Madam Chancellor, in the 2019-2020 academic year, the following candidates whom I have the honor to present to you satisfied the Board of Examiners and Senate for the award of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy of the University of Nairobi. May the following candidates please arise. Doctor of Philosophy degree in Applied Parasitology, Kakundi Erastus Mulinge. Mtuku Martin Wambua.
Madam Chancellor, in the 2019-2020 academic year, the following candidates whom I have the honor to present to you satisfied the Board of Examiners and Senate for the award of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy of the University of Nairobi. May the following candidates for the award of Doctor of Philosophy of the University of Nairobi please arise. Doctor of Philosophy degree in Computer Science, Otieno Crisgon Adede. Rono Kennedy Kibet. Please be seated.
Madam Chancellor, in the year 2019-2020 academic year, the following candidates whom I have the honor to present to you satisfied the Board of Examiners and Senate for the award of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy of the University of Nairobi. May the following candidates for the award of PhD degree of the University of Nairobi please arise. Doctor of Philosophy in Chemistry, Andima Moses, Buyinza Daniel. Doctor of Philosophy in Geology, Omwombo Christine Atieno. Please be seated.
Madam Chancellor, in the 2019-2020 academic year, the following candidate whom I have the honor to present to you satisfied the Board of Examiners and the Senate for the award of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy of the University of Nairobi. May the following candidate for the award of Doctor of Philosophy of the University of Nairobi please arise. Doctor of Philosophy degree in Biotechnology, Jekainolua Temitope Arinola. Please be seated.
Madam Chancellor, in the 2019-2020 academic year, the following candidates whom I have the honor to present to you satisfied the Board of Examiners and Senate for the award of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy of the University of Nairobi. May the following candidates for the award of various Doctor of Philosophy of the University of Nairobi please arise. Doctor of Philosophy degree in Education, Physical Education and Sport, Chumba Janet Muhala, Otieno Michael. Please be seated.
Madam Chancellor, in the 2019-2020 academic year, the following candidates whom I have the honor to present to you certified the Board of Examiners and Senate for the award of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy of the University of Nairobi. May the following candidates for the award of Doctor of Philosophy of the University of Nairobi please arise. Akwaba James Konya, Avedi Evans Kituzi, Matu Johnson Mwangi, Mushori James, Oluoch John Odhiambo, Tait Duncan Mwaniki, Tubei Win Chebeti.
Madam Chancellor, in the 2019-2020 academic year, the following candidates whom I have the honor to present to you satisfy the Board of Examiners and Senate for the award of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy of the University of Nairobi. May the following candidates for the award of Doctor of Philosophy degree of the University of Nairobi please arise. Doctor of Philosophy in Biochemistry, Ojwang Redemptor Award. Please be seated.
Madam Chancellor, in the 2019-2020 academic year, the following candidate whom I have the honor to present to you satisfied the Board of Examiners and Senate for the award of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy of the University of Nairobi. May the following candidate for the award of Doctor of Philosophy of the University of Nairobi please arise. Doctor of Philosophy degree in Nursing Education, Mukta Vincent Kiprono. Please be seated.
Madam Chancellor, in the 2019-2020 academic year, the following candidates whom I have the honor to present to you satisfied the Board of Examiners and the Senate for the award of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy of the University of Nairobi. May the following candidates please arise. Candidate number 1, Doctor of Philosophy in Linguistics and Languages, Dungu Mary. Doctor of Philosophy in Sociology, Omboto John. Doctor of Philosophy degree in Political Science and Public Administration, Lord Dupoi Jonathan. Doctor of Philosophy in Kiswahili Studies, Munywa Rufus. Thank you.
Madam Chancellor, in the 2019-2020 academic year, the following candidates whom I have the honor to present to you satisfied the Board of Examiners and Senate for the award of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy of the University of Nairobi. Doctor of Philosophy in Business Administration, Karigidi Martin Gakere, Kea Charles Thomas, Bau Elias Peter, Mukalama Benedict Wandera, Mute Godfrey Gunyi, Nalianya Charles Nyungu, Nganga Wanjiku, Ndenge Daniel Mulinge, Omondi Angeline Akinyi, Otieno Emma Ann, Wachinga Hilary Maina.
Madam Chancellor, in the 2019-2020 academic year, the following candidate, whom I have the honor to present to you, satisfy the Board of Examiners and Senate for the award of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy of the University of Nairobi. May the following candidate for the award of Doctor of Philosophy of the University of Nairobi please arise. Doctor of Philosophy, degree in Law, Ouma Stephen. Please be seated.
Madam Chancellor, in the 2019-2020 academic year, the following candidate, whom I have the honor to present to you, satisfied the Board of Examiners and Senate for the award of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy of the University of Nairobi. May the following candidate for the award of Doctor of Philosophy of the University of Nairobi please arise. Doctor of Philosophy degree in African Women's Studies, Ojwang Humphrey Jeremiah. Please be seated.
I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, and by my authority and that of the entire university, give power to read and to do all that appertains to this degree. Congratulations.
Madam Chancellor, I now call upon the deans of faculties and schools, directors of institutes and schools to present their candidates for award of diplomas and conferment of degrees of the University of Nairobi in the following order: the College of Agriculture and Veterinary Science, Dean, Faculty of Agriculture; Dean, Faculty of Veterinary Medicine; Director, Wangari Maathai Institute for Peace and Environmental Studies; College of Architecture and Engineering; Director, School of Art and Design; Dean, School of Built Environment; Dean, School of Engineering; Director, Institute of Nuclear Science and Technology; College of Biological and Physical Sciences; Director, Institute for Climate Change and Adaptation; Director, School of Biological Sciences; Director, School of Computing and Informatics; Director, School of Mathematics; Director, School of Physical Sciences; Director, Center for Biotechnology and Bioinformatics; College of Education and External Studies, Dean, School of Education, Open and Distance Learning Campus, Dean, School of Open and Distance Learning; College of Health Sciences, Dean, School of Dental Sciences; Dean, School of Medicine; Dean, School of Pharmacy; Dean, School of Public Health; Director, East African Kidney Institute; College of Humanities and Social Sciences; Dean, Faculty of Arts; Dean, School of Business; Director, Institute of Anthropology, Gender and African Studies; and Director, African Women's Studies Center.
Madam Chancellor, in the 2019-2020 academic year, the following 203 candidates satisfied the Board of Examiners and the Senate for the following awards of the University of Nairobi. May the following candidates for the award of master's degrees of the University of Nairobi please arise.
Master of Science in Agronomy, Waiti. Master of Science in Applied Economics, Dogba, Romareve. Master of Science in Applied Human Nutrition, Chepko H, Kamau, Mandre, Micheni, Suke, Waweru, Ya. Master of Science in Crop Protection, Akot, Asango. Master of Science in Food Safety and Quality, Kuboka, Mugo, Ndiba, Simiyu, Wanjiru. Master of Science in Land and Water Management, Gitau. Master of Science in Plant Pathology, Kulimusi. Master of Science in Range Management, Ouma. Master of Science in Soil Science, Pugale. Master of Science in Agricultural and Applied Economics, Akron, Aluru, Chepkemoi, Militi, Misiemi, Musungu, Mwasame, Ochwang. Master of Science in Agricultural Information and Communication Management, Kageni. Please be seated. May the following candidates for the awards of various bachelor's degrees of the University of Nairobi please arise. Bachelor of Science in Agribusiness Management, second class honors, upper division, serial number 1 to 14. Second class honors, lower division, serial number 15 to 23. Bachelor of Science in Agricultural Education and Extension, first class honors, serial number 1 to 3. Second class honors, upper division, serial number 4 to 29, serial number 30 to 39. Second class honors, lower division, serial number 40 to 58. Bachelor of Science in Food Nutrition and Dietetics, first class honors, serial number 1 to 5. Second class honors, upper division, serial number 6 to 12. Second class honors, lower division, serial number 13 to 14. Bachelor of Science in Agriculture, Animal Science major, second class honors, upper division, serial number 1 to 6. Second class honors, lower division, serial number 7. Bachelor of Science in Agriculture, Crop Protection major, first class honors, serial number 1 to 2. Second class honors, upper division, serial number 3 to 10. Second class honors, lower division, serial number 11. Bachelor of Science in Agriculture, Agricultural Economics major, first class honors, serial number 1 to 2. Second class honors, upper division, serial number 3 to 6. Second class honors, lower division, serial number 7 to 11. Bachelor of Science in Agriculture, Crop Science major, first class honors, serial number 1. Second class honors, upper division, serial number 2 to 5. Second class honors, lower division, serial number 6. Bachelor of Science in Agriculture, Land Resource major, second class honors, upper division, serial number 1. Bachelor of Science in Horticulture, first class honors, serial number 1. Second class honors, upper division, serial number 2 to 4. Second class honors, lower division, serial number 527. Pass, serial number 8. Bachelor of Science in Food Science and Technology, first class honors, serial number 1 to 2. Second class honors, upper division, serial number 3 to 9. Second class honors, lower division, serial number 10 to 11. Bachelor of Science in Management of Agroecosystems and Environment, first class honors, serial number 1 to 2. Second class honors, upper division, serial number 3 to 6. Second class honors, lower division, serial number 7 to 11. Bachelor of Science in Range Management, second class honors, upper division, serial number 1 to 9. Pass, serial number 10. Please be seated. May all the candidates for the award of diploma of the University of Nairobi please arise. Diploma in crop protection. Pass, serial number 1 to 2. Please be seated.
Madam Chancellor, in the 2019-2020 academic year, the following 129 candidates certified the Board of Examiners and Senate for the following awards of the University of Nairobi. May the following candidates for the award of Master's degrees of the University of Nairobi please arise. Master of Science in Pharmacology and Toxicology, Malete. Master of Science in Animal Genetics and Breeding, Mwinami. Master of Science in Applied Veterinary Parasitology, Chebet. Master of Science in Comparative Animal Physiology, Karia Nyaga. Master of Science in Livestock Production Systems, Yensuk. Master of Science in Productive Biology, Oduo. Master of Science in Veterinary Epidemiology and Economics, Wanjara. Master of Science in Veterinary Pathology and Diagnostics, Bare, Mulwa. Master of Science in Veterinary Public Health, Kariuki. Master of Science in Wildlife Health and Management, Baga. Master of Science in Applied Microbiology, Igizeneza. Master of Science in Clinical Pathology and Laboratory Diagnosis, Chebele Wamboi. Please be seated. May the following candidates for the award of various bachelor's degrees of the University of Nairobi please arise. Bachelor of Science in Wildlife Management and Conservation, second class honors, upper division, serial 1 to 8. Second class honors, lower division, serial 9 to 22. Pass, serial 23. Bachelor of Veterinary Medicine, serial 1 to 39. Serial 40 to 56. Bachelor of Science in Fisheries and Aquaculture Management, first class honors, serial number 1 to 2. Second class honors, upper division, serial number 3 to 9. Second class honors, lower division, serial number 10. Pass, serial number 11 to 17. Bachelor of Science in Leather Science and Technology, first class honors, serial number 1. Second class honors, upper division, serial number 2 to 9. Second class honors, lower division, serial number 10 to 16. Pass, serial number 17 to 18. Please be seated.
Madam Chancellor, in the 2019-2020 academic year,
the following three candidates satisfied the Board of Examiners and Senate for the following awards of the University of Nairobi. May the following candidates arise for the award of master degree of the University of Nairobi. Please arise. Master of Science in Environmental Governance, Chepsi Roll, Gitau, Kilonzi.
Madam Chancellor, in the 2019-2020 academic year, the following candidates satisfied the Board of Examiners and Senate for the following awards of the University of Nairobi. May the following candidates for the award of Master's degree of the University please arise. Master of Arts in Design, Chesaru Macharia Mowunde. Please be seated. Bachelor of Arts in Design, First Class Honors, serial number 1 to 18. Second Class Honors, Upper Division, serial number 19 to 41. Serial number 42 to 51. Second Class Honors, Lower Division, serial number 52 to 60. Please be seated.
Madam Chancellor, in the 2019-2020 academic year, the following 173 candidates satisfied the Board of Examiners and Senate for the following awards of the University of Nairobi. May the following candidates for the award of Master's degree of the University of Nairobi please arise. Master of Architecture, Tirop. Master of Arts in Construction Management, Muidhulia, Tanui. Master of Urban Management, Abuya, John, Makagutu, Mudoka, Oude. Please be seated. May the following candidates for the award of various bachelor degree of the University of Nairobi please arise. Bachelor of Architectural Studies, First Class Honors, serial number 1 to 6. Second Class Honors, Upper Division, serial number 7 to 23. Second Class Honors, Lower Division, serial number 24 to 54. Pass, serial number 55 to 65. Bachelor of Architecture, serial First Class Honors, serial number 1 to 10. Second Class Honors, Upper Division, serial number 11 to 33. Second Class Honors, Lower Division, serial number 34 to 64. Serial number 65 to 72. Pass. Serial number 73 to 80. Bachelor of Arts, Planning, Second Class Honors, Lower Division, serial number 1 to 3. Bachelor of Construction Management, Second Class Honors, Lower Division, serial number 1. Bachelor of Quantity Surveying, Second Class Honors, Upper Division, serial number 1. Second Class Honors, Lower Division, serial number 2 to 4. Pass, serial number 5 to 7. Please be seated. May all the candidates for the award of diploma of the University of Nairobi please arise. Pass, serial number 1 to 9.
Madam Chancellor, in the 2019-2020 academic year, the following 248 candidates satisfied the Board of Examiners and Senate for the following awards of the University of Nairobi. Master of Science in Civil Engineering, Environmental Health Engineering, ARIMA. Master of Science in Electrical and Electronic Engineering, Mwayuli. Master of Science in Energy Management, Idhaiga, Kamau, Momo, Odeko, Owine. Master of Science in Environmental and Biosystems Engineering, Kimeu, Nikuze. Master of Science in Geographical Information Systems, Awiti, Kutu, Laksabai, Diege, Olo. Master of Science in Civil Engineering, Transportation Engineering, Kituku. Please be seated. Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering. First class honors, serial number 1 to 14. Second class honors, upper division, serial number 15 to 23. Serial number 24 to 50. Serial number 51 to 58. Second class honors, lower division, serial number 59 to 78. Serial number 79 to 92. Bachelor of Science in Electrical and Electronic Engineering. First class honors, serial number 1 to 10. Second class honors, upper division, serial number 11 to 22. Serial number 23 to 34. Bachelor of Science in Biosystems Engineering. Second class honors, upper division, serial number 1 to 16. Second class honors, lower division, serial number 17 to 22. Serial number 23 to 26. Bachelor of Science in Geospatial Engineering. First class honors, serial number 1 to 3. Second class honors, upper division, serial number 4 to 20. Second class honors, lower division, serial number 21 to 22. Please be seated.
Madam Chancellor, in the 2019-2020 academic year, the following 8 candidates satisfied the Board of Examiners and Senate for the following award of the University of Nairobi. Master of Science in Nuclear Science. May the following candidates for the award of master's degrees of the University of Nairobi please arise. Master of Science in Nuclear Science, Anakori, Kenneth, Achara, Karevi, Kikech, Lucy, Mwangi, Wamele, Wajara. Please be seated.
Madam Chancellor, in the 2019-2020 academic year, the following 1 candidate satisfied the Board of Examiners and Senate for the following award of the University of Nairobi. Master of Climate Change and Adaptation, Mukasa. Please be seated.
Madam Chancellor, in the 2019-2020 academic year, the following 148 candidates satisfied the Board of Examiners and Senate for the following awards of the University of Nairobi. May the following candidates for the award of master's degrees of the University of Nairobi, please arise. Master of Science in Applied Parasitology, Omondi Wamkota. Master of Science in Aquatic Culture, Arori. Master of Science in Biology of Conservation, Ouma. Master of Science in Genetics, Omwom. Master of Science in Medical and Veterinary Entomology, Sifuna. Master of Science in Marine Biodiversity Conservation and Fisheries Management, Wafula. Please be seated. May the following candidates for the award of various bachelor degrees of the University of Nairobi please arise. Bachelor of Science in Biology, first class honors, serial number 1 to 4. Second class honors, upper division, serial number 5 to 13. Second class honors, lower division, serial number 14 to 21, serial number 22 to 26. Bachelor of Science in Environmental Conservation and Natural Resources Management, first class honors, serial number 1 to 2. Second class honors, upper division, serial number 3 to 26. Second class honors, lower division, serial number 28 to 58. Pass, serial number 59 to 61. Bachelor of Science in Microbiology and Biotechnology, first class honors, serial number 1 to 7. Second class honors, upper division, serial number 8 to 22. Serial number 23 to 29. Second class honors, lower division, serial number 30 to 49. Serial number 50 to 53. Pass, serial number 54. Please be seated.
Madam Chancellor, in the 2019-2020 academic year, the following candidates satisfied the Board of Examiners and Senate for the following awards of the University of Nairobi. May the following candidates for the award of master's degrees of the University of Nairobi please arise. Master of Science in Applied Computing, Masika, Mwaniki, Okelo Odongo, Okumu. Master of Science in Computational Intelligence, Batu, Muchunku, Muita, Omare, Onyango, Hanyako, Wanjiru. Master of Science in Computer Science, Kimani, Mungo, Murioki, Deretu. Master of Science in Distributed Computing Technology, Airo, Buyu, Itangi, Kihu, Kimani, Langat, Mutulu, Obote, Ochieng, Oluoch, Onyego, Wahome, Wainaina George Dungu, Wainaina George John Mukanu, Wanyonyi, Wycliffe. Master of Science in Information Systems,
Koligei. Master of Science in Information Technology Management, Ateng, Awor, Choge, Hileli, Juma, Kiara, Kiratu, Kosgei, Maina, Manja, Munyare, Murimi, Mutunga, Ndunda, Ndungu, Njeru, Njoroge, Tiga, Onimbo, Onyango, Ouma, Stienei, Washira, Wangondu, Waweru. Please be seated. May the following candidates for the award of Bachelor degree of the University of Nairobi please arise. Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, first class, serial number 1 to 4. Second class honors, upper division, serial number 5 to 27. Second class honors, lower division, serial number 28 to 62. Pass, serial number 63. Please be seated. May the following candidates for the award of diploma of the University of Nairobi please arise. Diploma in Computer Science, distinction, serial number 1 to 6. Credit, serial number 7 to 24. Pass, serial number 25 to 36. Please be seated.
Madam Chancellor, in the 2019-2020 academic year, the following candidates satisfied the Board of Examiners and Senate for the following awards of the University of Nairobi. May the following candidates for the award of Master's degree of the University of Nairobi please arise. Master of Science in Actuarial Science, Irungu, Ngina, Njoroke, Nyabonyi, Nyamache, Obocha, Bonzoti, Oyugi. Master of Science in Applied Mathematics, Pambo. Master of Science in Biometry, Joseph, Karule, Kilemi, Mauti. Master of Science in Mathematical Statistics, Johanna. Master of Science in Pure Mathematics, Boya, Mutuku. Master of Science in Social Statistics, Gichiri, Obunde, Rono. Please be seated. May the following candidates for the award of various bachelor's degrees